Kings athletic trainer Aisha Visram became the first woman in LA Kings history to work behind a bench due to COVID protocols. It marked just the second time in league history a woman has been behind an NHL bench. Head trainer for the team's AHL affiliate, the Ontario Reign, Visram acknowledged the overwhelming support while saying there's still work to be done. Our Erica Weston has the story.
There's Aisha Visram. She's taking over for Chris Kingsley, who's been put in COVID protocol.
It's been my professional goal for as long as I can remember to work in the NHL, and while it was now just 2 games.
Congratulations. She's done phenomenal work down in Ontario. She's going to do the same move with the Los Angeles Kings.
It was pretty cool for me. I mean, you work hard your whole life for something, and to get a chance to live it even just for a day or a couple days really makes everything worth it. Worked really hard for a long time, made a lot of sacrifices. My friends and family have made a lot of sacrifices, and to get to that point where I could work a game, it was great for myself, my family, my friends.
Luke, obviously, as you know, this story got a lot of national attention. I was just curious, your reaction to having her behind the bench the other night.
At the end of the day, she's just really good. Like, she started with our team in Ontario. You always go through the process where you ask your GM, you ask their coaching staff, you ask the players what they think, and she was the first one that everybody recommended.
It's on.
It really was a no-brainer. I don't think any of us in hockey operation thought, oh, we're going to make history, we're going to do something. We're like, we got to get the best person there. So then when it happened, and she went, oh, wait a minute, this is pretty special.
This story has received a lot of attention, which is overwhelming.
Of course, it was quickly corrected that she was not the first woman in the NHL. That happened with Jody Van Rees back in 2002 in the Montreal Canadiens. But she did say it was a little sad and disappointing that we had forgotten that had happened.
A woman stood on the bench for an NHL game, and it felt like the entire sporting world took notice. If people can't remember the last time there was a woman on an NHL bench, it's clearly been too long.
It is kind of sad that no one even realized that it had happened. I do think now this is really going to help push it to another level.
If we want to keep promoting this idea that hockey is for everyone, which I think most of us strongly believe that it is, then women belong here. Everyone belongs here.
Last week's warm-up made it better.
What was it about the game that made you say, okay, alongside with pursuing my goals in healthcare, I want to do something alongside the game of hockey as well?
I really enjoy being a part of a team and working together to achieve something, and that's what hockey's about.
So trainers over the last 2.5 seasons or so, they're responsible for COVID tracking and all of those things.
They're the lead. They're the people we have to rely on to make sure like everything gets done the right way. It's been just a nightmare.
It just adds an entire other layer to it, but hopefully looking back, we'll have learned a lot from this, and hopefully can also move forward from the experience and not have to deal with this again. At every level, there's challenges. It takes a lot to work up to the professional level, and there are definitely things that happen along the way that can discourage you. You can keep applying for jobs and not get them and give up, or you can keep trying. And looking back now, I'm really glad that I kept going. I think representation matters. I think that when you see someone who looks like you doing something that you want to do, it helps you believe that you can do it too.